Hello and a warm welcome to Federal special program Capital Beat. Renowned journalist come YouTuber Ajit Anjum has exposed glaring irregularities related to special intensive revision. For example, the latest video uploaded by him shows a room full of the booth level officers who are allegedly signing the enumeration forms on behalf of the voters. In fact, they are making various signatures about which Ajit Anjum talks about that in his video. Before that, Ajit Anjum showed that enumeration forms were uploaded without consulting the voters, without carrying the photographs, and he has spoken to a number of BLOs also on the ground as well. Now, there was an FIR lodged against Ajit Anjum, and there is a huge outpouring for him on the social media. So, the questions we are asking today is the FIR against Ajit Anjum justified? Why are the police officials not taking action after this expose? Where are the state election authorities? Why is CEC Gyanesh Kumar not clarifying things through a press conference? And overall, if you look at the things, is this special intensive revision exercise of the electoral rolls in Bihar completely muddled up? That's a question we are asking. And joining me today is a very special panel of guests. Former Mumbai High Court judge and social reformer, Justice Kolse Patil joins us. Justice Patil, thank you so much for joining. We have Dr. Pyare Lal Garg, who's a renowned election data scientist who joins us. And just in a short while from now, Supreme Court lawyer and activist Mahmood Pracha also will be joining us on the show. But I'll begin with Dr. Pyare Lal Garg. Dr. Garg, you've seen Ajit Anjum's expose. And there are many questions that, the signatures which were made by the BLOs, were those signatures really on behalf of the voters, or they were writing something else on those enumeration forms? Because the doubt comes in the mind. But what he has captured on the camera in that 3.5 minutes video clearly shows that the BLOs are sitting with bundles of enumeration forms on which they are signing.
Neeruji, I would like to show this form to our viewers. This form 6A, which is in the same format which it is from the uh, electors registration rule 1960. It is the same form which they are distributing, except that there is a photograph and all that. Now the BLO signed on page 1 of the form, where the photograph is there. But here in this video, the form is being signed on the other side, on the reverse side of the form, not on the side of the photo. And this is the space where the elector has to sign. If you see the video, if one sees the video carefully, it is seen that the signature being put by that lady video. I have seen it again also. And the others also. I have seen others also. This is on the second page of the form. It is not, it is on the reverse of the form, not on the front of the form. No, because on the front there is a photograph. On the reverse of the form, in the front, the signature of the video is at the end of the form. But there it is in the middle of the form. And the BLO is signing on the middle of the form. So these are the two definite proofs which shows that the allegation seems to be correct. However, the Justice Kosala is sitting there, the signature, the handwriting, and one. Or let the election commission, let the CEO of Bihar, let the district returning officer of Patna, let him upload the forms for public. We will show that these signatures are forged. It is a forgery. It is not a special revision, intensive revisions.
No,
It
but
is a
there will be
it is a
doubts. People
special
will be
intensive
asking.
boot.
No, but
Yes,
Dr. Garg, people would still be asking, despite the big expose which Ajit Anjum has done, people would still
yes,
be asking, and there will be 100 ways by which,
yes.
the State Election Commission authorities or the Central Election Commission might say that this is not forgery. So, how would
Yes.
one establish that this is forgery? That's a big question.
No, no. That I am saying. Justice Saab is sitting. He will explain the legal part, but the practical part which we have been seeing. One is the forms are blank. There is a huge, I would say, stake of farms, and Ajit Anjum is lifting those farms. These are all unsigned. This is one. There are two sides of the farm, the front side and the reverse side. Now, the space for the signature of the BLO is on the front side, and it is in the lower one-fourth of the farm. It is three-fourths of the farm is above that. But the signature of the elector, the signature of the applicant, we can say here, have to be put on the reverse of the farm, second page, and that is on the almost in the middle of the farm. So where that lady BLO is signing, it is in the middle of the farm. It is in the second page of the farm. Now, if somebody wants to stretch it too far, maybe one stretches too far. We go on arguing whether these are signatures are forged or not. If the arguments are there, if we are to believe the arguments, the ECI says we never allowed that the forms can be uploaded without the documents. But the forms are in fact being uploaded. And the ECI now has claimed that we have said, okay, give this proof, you send your forms, even without. On one side, the ECI is blaming Ravish Kumar. That is a fake news of those. So all these things. Second, ECI is, I would say, issuing wrong statements to deceive the people. Wrong statements are not by genuine, I will say, ignorance. To mislead the people that we are issuing two forms, but in its own press release on 10th of July, it says that we have printed only 7.9 crore forms. So that is the second. But he is not saying that we are not giving two forms, we are giving now one form. Why should he not make a statement? Third, ECI is claiming that we are giving a receipt to each of the applicant, but they are not giving the receipt. Why does the ECI not say, okay, we are receiving the funds, we are not giving this because of time constraint, because of manpower constraint, because of so many constraints? This is third lie which the ECI is blatantly making. Fourth lie. ECI is saying our BLOs are going house to house and supplying the farms, then going to collect the farms. This stake of farms is lying there. These farms are blank, and it is not one BLO. 35 to 40 BLOs sitting. It is not one place which is just 3.25 minute video we are talking. There are many other videos by Ajit Anjum and others also, a few by others, but Ajit
But
Anjum, especially Jekisra and all that. So
right.
all these things show, like all these things show that the ECI itself is making wrong statements, misleading the people, forging the documents, making, you can say, deceiving the people, and looting this. Once the ECI is saying, now the ECI. Next part, one line only. I tak has shown the video is telling BLO, the officer of the BLO, next senior, is telling, don't go to the houses, fill up the forms, upload it, sit in the house and fill up. If in ITAC, if one listen, the BLO is being instructed, don't go there. There's a lot of pressure. We have to upload and sit in your house, upload 50 form upload. Who will sign? These are the issues. It is only an indirect proof. Direct
No,
is no
but my
signature.
point is, yes, Dr. Garg, but these glaring irregularities, I'll come to the Justice Patil now. Justice Patil, if an expose like this has happened and it's happening out in the open, there is a room where about 35 to 40 BLOs are sitting, and the BLOs are allegedly, I will use the word allegedly, that they are forging signatures on behalf of the voters, though the visual doesn't say it very clearly that they are forging signatures. But yes, they do seem to be sitting with a bundle of enumeration forms where they are signing. And there is no sign of the voters. We can't see any voters there in that room, which is very, very clear. But I'm surprised. Where are the state election authorities? What is the police doing? Are we not supposed to raise these questions? What is the state police doing? How can they allow such an activity to play in the middle of the city, which is happening in Patna? Fulwari Sharif is very close to Patna. I mean, it's part of Patna. And it's happening in the heart of the capital city of Bihar. And there is no police. There is no semblance of the presence of any state election authority.
I appreciate Mr. Parallel's sincerity. Now in short, you talk about accountability. Who is accountable to whom? All constitutional institutions are in command of Mr. Modi and Shah. So whatever these institutions are doing, they are approved only by Modi and they are accountable to Modi only. And see I have been telling you right from 2002. See the history of Modi, right from Godra, where you find the truth in his behavior, in his whatever. Where did you get the truth? Anywhere. So a
But
dishonest
what should
person,
be
a
the
dishonest.
legality? Justice Patil, I want to understand the legalities now.
That's what I'm
Now
telling you.
the
I'm telling you.
expose has come
So,
out. The expose is there.
suppose a like criminal lawyer me stand in the court and BLO or the Anjum is for cross examination. I'm going to ask you the same questions. That how do you say? But Anjum has shown the videos. It is very skillful reporting. Very skillful. He has shown that that lady is signing on behalf of voter. So there is no question. As he rightly said, BLO signature is somewhere else. This form is after 3/4 form that signatures are there. Whole form is blank. There is no photograph. There is no other proof. There is no proof. No documents as anticipated by Election Commission. So these are the voters who maybe or definitely be going to be vote for BJP. And therefore, their forms are accepted without verifying, without any signature. Ultimately, they will be loaded. Who is going to cross-examine them? And where is the question of cross-examination? I am just telling you, I am again appealing to the courts, even high courts and Supreme Court judges, whatever may be your history, whoever you have been, you are appointed. Now, country looks only for your help. Country seeks your help because country has gone to. And I have no words actually. Everything is ruined by this regime. For last 11 years, they have ruined our country, and now who can help us? Either
No.
we must go on the street, and
Okay.
that we are trying. We are always on the street, but that is not enough. Even courts can do this without troubling people, can stop this. Actually, the matter would have been stopped there only at this time of filing petition. They have kept it on 28th. It is just killing time. And therefore, as you have rightly said, and Parallel ji कहते हैं, अभी आप you listen to Mohammad Pracha because he is more expert than anybody else. He has filed
No,
several
because,
petitions in court of law.
right. Right. Mahmood has also joined us. Mahmood, thank you so much for joining. And we are discussing Ajit Anjum's expose. But what about the legalities after the expose? Now, there is an FIR which is already lodged against him. And also in his latest video, which he uploaded about almost like 20 hours before, he said in that video that, he has an inkling that apparently some 3 or 4 more FIRs could be lodged against him. But what should be the legal steps now? I'm not, for now, my question to you is only about the legalities, about the presence of the State Election Commission, about the presence of the police. What should the police be doing? I'll come to the political parties a little later. But what does it show? Is this special intensive revision exercise completely muddled in Bihar now?
See, technically and legally speaking, but before I come to the technical and legal aspect, I must congratulate you for identifying and bringing to your discussion people who have impeccable integrity and they are fearless when it comes to saving the country and our democracy. And on top of it, Dr. Pyarelal Garg and Kolse Patil Saab both are experts in their own ways. Every data which is collected, collated in a very, very meticulous manner, I think Dr. Pyarelal Garg is doing the best job across the country. Everybody else picks from him. And Kolse Patil Saab was the first person, one of the first people who filed this case against him. So I want to congratulate you for that. That is one. Two, now coming to the legalities and technicalities. I have repeatedly said that this exercise of SIR is completely and wholly illegal. There is no provision in law to mandate such an exercise. The only thing which an ERO can do is the following, and that is the mandate of section the Article 326, which mandates that a citizen who has reached the age of 18 year, it is the duty of election commission to put that citizen on the voter list. It is nobody else's duty. Election Commission has till date failed in its task, and especially after 2014, they have a very, very slanted approach, slanted to help RSS and BJP in every step they take. It is with one motive only, that how they can help RSS and BJP win elections. Now, the present scenario is this exercise is illegal. The only form, as I said before and before in many interviews, is Section 4, Form 4, which is in the rules under Rule 8 of the electoral rules formed under Representation of People's Act. Now, this exercise, Election Commission has a pattern in courts and before the public, that they try to paint a very rosy picture, that we are following this procedure diligently and therefore please believe us. In the process, they lie to the courts, they file false affidavit, and this is the root of the problem. And to people also, they are now trying to convince that we are sending, what they are saying is that we are sending our people, BLOs and EROs, to each and every household. We are hand holding them, meticulously helping them to fill up the form. Now, what people like Ajit Anjum Saab have been doing, and he has done this remarkably with remarkable finesse and in such a exact manner that they have lost their sanity, Election Commission people and RSS and BJP. When they are caught red-handed, now the only method which is available to them is attack, kill the messenger. So what Ajit Anjum Saab is showing, and please understand this, Mr. Ajit Anjum is not going to 77,000 odd electoral booths. He's gone to a few, and probably these are the first few as he has visited. But the result is horrifying. I mean, you can't expect this
No, but
Dainik Bhaskar and
Ajit,
Ajit
can
Anjum
we?
to go.
No, I'm just trying to give a little benefit of doubt here, and also raising this question that those enumeration forms which were shown in the expose in that video which Ajit Anjum put out, uh, can we say 100% that that was forgery? Maybe they were writing something because the BLOs are under pressure, a lot of pressure that is not hidden. And in fact, Ajit Anjum himself spoke about the BLOs who are under pressure. In fact, in yesterday's video also, he said that apparently there are many BLOs whose salaries also have been blocked because they've not been able to meet up targets. So, can we give that benefit of doubt and say that maybe it's not forgery, it could be something else? Shall we not raise that question as well?
See, if I sign masquerading as Dr. Pyarelal Garg or Justice Kolse Patil,
No, but my point is that are they actually forging the signatures or they are writing something else on the enumeration form?
see, who has to fill these forms? Basic question is this: who has to supply these documents and who has to fill these forms?
It's a voters. Yeah.
So election commission has already declared that they have completed the task of three-fourth task. They've already fulfilled. So with this lightning speed, what can you expect? And what about his first video? What about the first video? If you combine the two videos together, it is the it is now the duty of election commission to come out in the open and confirm to the world, confirm to citizens of Bihar that every form has been filled up in a legal, moral, and technically sound manner. This, see, election commission is so interested and so heavily dependent on the sampling aspect. Mock poll is their strongest point to justify elections by electronic means. What is the safety guarantee of these machines? That we hold mock polls. This, what Ajit Anjum Saab has done, is also a mock poll kind of a thing. A parallel can be drawn. He has gone to the first few booths, and this is what the result is. If he travels to 77,000 booths, if the local journalists go to 77,000 booths, I think this is going to be the result, because no person will have these documents, and these documents
But from what you
supplying
are
and
saying,
collecting.
if we are to assume that this is the same story which is being replicated in every political, I mean, in every polling booth, and this is how forgery is done, then which means that it's the end game of Bihar elections.
that
Are we to
that is
arrive at that conclusion? Are we to arrive that at the conclusion that it's the end game for special intensive revision exercise?
it is extremely safe to presume so after Ajit Anjum Saab's and Dainik Bhaskar's expose. It is extremely safe. Now the ball is in the court of election commission. They should come out and prove that every form has been filled up diligently, as I am saying, in a legal manner, in a moral manner, and without any forgery. It is up to them now. You cannot expect journalists to go to every booth and every form. They cannot check every form. So this, they have gone to the root and have destroyed the credibility of the filling about these forms. That's all is the job of a journalist. They have done their job completely and beautifully and meticulously. I must congratulate them. And the reason for my saying this is that the pain which they have inflicted upon RSS, BJP, and the corrupt officials of Election Commission, including Mr. Gyanesh Kumar. Otherwise, who registered cases against uh, journalists? See, hundreds and hundreds of journalists who are criminal, as I say that, identify them as, they are doling out falsities after falsities on television and in print media every single day. But because they support BJP or because they favor BJP, no FIR is registered against them. So if you register an FIR, that is the biggest proof that Mr. Ajit Anjum has opened up Pandora's box. It is now safe to presume that this exercise is a farcical exercise. They are committing crimes. And why I say they are committing crimes is, it is the duty of the EROs to complete all the formalities. If there are no documents, they have to approach the government agencies and collect those documents. It is not the job of citizens to collect these documents, because a citizen will go, an uneducated citizen, poor citizen will go to a government office and tell them, you give me these documents within a period of, let's say, 1 week. Is any government officer going to listen to them? So if you want documents, you go to the agencies, you go to passport office, you go to ration card office, you go to various other offices and collect those documents, whatever documents you are asking for. Because government, parallel Garg Saab is there, he has been a bureaucrat. So government has to maintain records. Government, everything is there in government records. So they should counter check it from there. And and you cannot paint the entire state as illegal immigrants. That this exercise has been started, painting the entire citizenry of Bihar
Yeah. Now,
as illegal
no,
immigrants.
Pracha, there are two things here and on two parallel lines. One is the procedural lapses. That are there lapses in the procedures which are adopted during the SIR? The second thing is that how can SIR become a campaign for snatching away the voting rights, taking away the citizenship? So these are two aspects of this SIR which are happening simultaneously. Now, do are we supposed to dismiss all of this now, for now, after this expose?
Absolutely, that is what exactly I am saying. See, election commission can file false affidavits. They have. What is my case in Punjab and Haryana High Court? And Pyarelal Garg Sahib will illustrate it more. What am I saying all this time? There is a procedure laid down in law. You follow that procedure or don't follow that procedure. The moment you say you don't follow that procedure, the entire exercise falls on its face. When you tell the Supreme Court that this is the evidence,
Okay, I think I've lost your audio, but in the meanwhile, I'll come to Dr. Pyarelal Garg. The Dr. Pyarelal
exercise
Garg.
safe.
No, but
Am I
Pracha,
audible?
one question, and then I got. Oh, I think he's got disconnected. Dr. Pyarelal Garg. Now, is Supreme Court not watching all this? Is Supreme Court not going to take cognizance of this particular expose, which is done by? Okay, Pracha is back, so I'll take this question from him.
Just
Pracha,
yeah, because I
Supreme
have to
Court.
rush back also.
Yes, yes. One last bit, and then I'll go to Dr. Pyarelal Garg. That is Supreme Court now going to take cognizance of these videos which have been uploaded by Ajit Anjum?
I don't think so. But let me finish what I was saying.
It will not
If
become an
you
evidence.
are
Is
see,
this not an evidence? Is this not an evidence?
it is more than evidence. Nothing more
Okay.
is required to be done. That's what I'm saying. The
No,
material
because
which
the
has come in.
Chandigarh, if you remember the Chandigarh mayor case in which Anil Masih was the culprit, this is what happened. They took cognizance of what was captured on the CCTV footage. And now here you have a renowned journalist. I would qualify
Not
Ajit
just
Anjum as a
him.
YouTuber, but
Not
he's a
just him. Danik Bhaskar.
Derek
Other
Bhaskar
journalists.
as well. Yes, so now since it is captured on camera, will this not become an evidence for Supreme Court?
No, this is evidence. I have no. Kolse Patil Saab is saying that this is evidence. But I
Okay.
don't have that kind of hope. That's call me whatever, pessimist or whatever. I don't have that kind of hope. And my statement is based on what is happening for all those last 10 years in the courts. We have not got one judgment which is of public interest, which actually gives the real relief or saves democracy or the constitution. We don't have even a single judgment to that effect, which substantially and holistically does the task of Supreme Court saving the constitution and fundamental rights of citizens. But let me complete my sentence. What I was saying was once again, election commission claims something in public domain before the courts. They do not do that. They derive their credibility from the claims they make that we are going to go to every house, we are going to fill up forms, we are going to help handhold the citizens in filling up these forms. They don't do this. They will not follow this procedure even 1%. These were our fears, which we have been actually doling out to people through mediums like yours. And to worse, to the to our horror, Ajit Anjum Saab has brought those things on camera. So this is exactly the devil. The devil lies in details. This election commission does not follow their own procedure. They claim something to give themselves credibility
Thank
and
you,
do
Justice.
the opposite on the ground. That is the biggest fault in the
Right.
system. It was this during the this my Punjab and Haryana judgment also. This was the fault. Why they have changed the law? Because they don't want people to see what they are actually doing, what they are claiming, and what they are actually doing. That is the sum and substance. And I think Dr. Pyarelal Garg Saab will elaborate on this even more.
Yes. So, in the face of all these
Thank you. I
irregularities
have
now,
permission. Permission. I
yes.
will seek permission from all the panelists.
Okay,
Just
Mahmood.
wait a minute.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much.
Mohammed Pracha, wait for a minute. Wait for a minute.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
Let's just start
Now,
it.
now, courts, at least high courts and supreme courts, they have to do substantive justice, not technical justice. whether this
Okay.
evidence is admissible or not. You can see with your naked eye, and you can take cognizance. As I told you in the morning, that it conscience the citizens, and why not then shock the conscience of judges? So therefore, instead of sitting on technicalities, they must do substantial justice and stop this. At least whatever they say is false is proved up. Election Commission, whatever he comes to the public, that is altogether different than what he is doing in actual practice. Therefore, in such circumstances, presumption has to be drawn, that is circumstantial. And what are the circumstances? All circumstances are dishonest. All people in the conspiracy are dishonest. So what else? What other inference can be possible?
So
So
there is an alleged irregularity, there is an alleged fraud, there is an alleged conspiracy. Dr. Pyarelal Garg, I'll come to you now for the concluding comments. What is the way
Yes.
out now? Should we? Okay, Mehmooda, I know you have to go. Thank you so much. But Dr. Pyarelal Garg, for the concluding comments to you, what is the way out? Will the court now revoke Election Commission's order? That the possibility looks very, very remote, because normally in normal cases we haven't seen Supreme Court intervening in the Election Commission matters. So do you think that the courts will go to the extent of revoking the SIR? I don't think so. And then plus by 25th of July this SIR exercise will be over, and 28th is the hearing. So what can we expect now?
You are right, but basically, I'm facing three people which I have been facing a whole of my life. One is a senior judge of the High Court and very outspoken. Another is a very senior advocate, and third is a journalist. And all three I have to face whole of my life. I can say one proof. Uh, when Ajit Anjum is saying, okay, sign in place of the voter, you have to do your duty. He doesn't say, no, I am not signing on the in place of voter. So this is the proof in itself that he has admitted it, that I am signing on behalf of the voter. This is one. Two, when we say, you said the legal, this is the procedural aspect. The legal aspect, if our Representative of People Act 1950, Section 19 says that the voter has to declare only two things. I am not less than 18 years of age. I am ordinarily resident of such and such place. If my statement is wrong, I may be proceeded against. Now, who is the Election Commission to alter it? The law is made by the Parliament under the Constitution. Then, when the Election Commissioners duty bound, Prachaji has rightly said, in the section 21, it is written that the birth registers and the school admission registers shall be made open to the Election Commission, so that they can check the data if they want. So it is their duty to check. It is not my duty as a citizen to supply. No, what is the answer? The answer is, when people say nearer the church, away from God. They are nearer the seat of power in Patna, so they are away from the justice. Similarly, they are nearer the seat of justice in Delhi, and they are away from it. ECI is hosting a lunch or a dinner, a party, whatever you call it, a tea party, or some facilitation to selected journalists. This itself shows that he is selective. He is not open to all. He is not treating everybody as equal. He is not impartial. This is a proof. No, ECI will not do anything. As far as the courts are concerned, I will 100% agree with Patel Sahib when he says, still I appeal. Really, it is a chance. Really, it is a time for the judiciary, or especially the constitutional judiciary, to say, okay, if the executive fails, if the legislature fails, if the constitutional institutions fail, we are the supreme body, we will protect the constitution, we'll save the constitution, we'll stand for it. But they will not do, to my mind. Maybe keeping my fingers crossed, I have only a little
I,
hope. I
I
am not
oppose.
hopeless. I have only a very little hope. But
Okay, so
always in
Pracha
the
doesn't
whole of
have
the
hope.
human history, one
No,
minute,
Dr. Garg,
in the whole
Pracha
of the
said,
human history,
Dr. Garg,
people have
Dr. Garg,
taken a
allow me to
stand.
interrupt you.
And
Dr. Garg, allow me to interrupt you. Pracha said that he doesn't have hope. You are saying you have little hope. Okay, so Justice Kolse Patil, what is your expectation?
Oh no,
You have hope, or it's
I have been always treating them in the form of God and mother and father. I have been always, because we are activists and we have no option. Court is the only hope for us. So even today, I am appealing to all judges and judges to whom I know very well. I am appealing to them, take action, save country. We are in a deep crisis, deepest crisis, and therefore nothing else can be said. Nothing else can. We will fight it on the street also. But at the age 84 हम कहाँ लड़ेंगे, कितने लड़ेंगे?
no,
लोग
but
साथ में नहीं देते, लोग डरते
what
हैं.
is very, very clear, Justice Patil, what is very, very clear that this expose has been done, an FIR has been lodged against a journalist who has exposed all this. Where are the police officials? That is the biggest question. Where are the State Election Commission authorities? The Central Election Commission seems is sleeping over. Why is a press conference not being conducted by Gyanesh Kumar? These are some very glaring questions. And now, of course, all eyes would be on what the reply election commission gives on 21st, and after which, of course, is the hearing on 28th. But many people on the ground are saying that this expose by Ajit Anjum has become a turning point in Bihar elections. How will the political parties take up this cause now is a challenge. And I've been speaking to a few India Alliance leaders, and they said that apparently there is a meeting on 19th of this month, that is 19th of July. They might get together and plan as to what their next course of action will be. So let's see. I mean, hoping best.
Parallel ji,
Yes.
I resigned my judgeship at the age of 47 to become an activist.
Yeah.
And then I have vowed that I will not, मैं पुलिस को नहीं डरूंगा, जेल को नहीं डरूंगा, मरने को नहीं डरूंगा. आप क्या करेंगे?
No, आप तो कर रहे हैं.
That attitude is
हम तो सुनते
continued.
हैं
My
आपको.
attitude is continued till today. क्या
Yeah.
करें क्यों?
Yeah.
That's right.
All right. All right. All right. So we'll have to end it here. Thank you so much, Justice Patil, for joining on the Federal. Dr. Pyarelal Garg, it was wonderful to have all of you on the program. Thank you.
Thank you, Neelu. Thank you.
Thank you.